Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing It is turn 140. Let's jump into things. Okay, so another turn moving forward. Same shit, different day. More Infernal Tempest, more Corpse Man constructions, more reanimations, more Kusarikus, more Liches, more Forces of Darkness, more Curses of Blood, etc. Got a couple of manifestations. Go and watch them. See if we get lucky. We're up against an Acha. Alright, let's get this one. Go, get him. Yeah. Yeah. Yay, we won. Nice. Another manifestation. We're up against an Ketasim. Ooh, insta-kill. Nice. Next one we are up against... Ooh, a Baal. These tend to not go very well because the Baals have pretty high attack, and the Athame, I don't know. The Bloodthorn hits pretty hard and has life drain, so these tend to not go well. Definitely not going to go well. Oof. Ah, fuck. Just incinerated him for a shit ton of damage. So we lost that one. And then we have a couple of Magic Phase battles. So we're attacked in Turtle Glades. And again, so our stuff is working, right? We should have been... we should have been doing this 30 turns ago, right? We are attacked in Turtle Glades. And... he's teleported into nothing. So he's trying to teleport gank our vampires, or our vampires and liches, but they're not there anymore. So can't do that. Same thing in, oh no, sorry. He is teleporting into Ivermore, and he actually loses this one. An Ami and a Golem lose to a Lich. And it's basically... they just fail to soul slay because there's not enough of them. They soul slay the PD, but they do not get this Lich. And then they're out, so now they're focused on doing solar rays on the undead. And they both have returning, so as soon as they get hit, they're gone. Okay. Had a very good blood hunting turn. Very nice. To the point to where we actually have so many blood slaves that we're gonna look to promote another Infernal Tempest caster. We'll go there. And maybe even shortly another Vampire Lord caster. We'll see. Then we have all of our regular battles. So we witnessed an attack from Hinnom against Lanka. We witnessed an attack against Lanka against Hinnom. Lanka wins. Hinnom attacked us in Andoria and won. We attacked in Ross and won. We attacked in Kamsoth and won. We took control of White Forest, met no resistance. We attacked in Resting Heights and won. We witnessed an attack in Barren Crags, Lanka won. We attacked in Ivermark and won. We attacked in Etterall and won. Hinnom attacked in Chibia, but was defeated. Go and watch this. Probably just a simple scenario of he could not generate enough undead in time. Ooh, he spends time casting Invulnerability. That's unfortunate. You already have Invulnerability. You don't need to cast Invulnerability. Soul Vortex, maybe. But pretty much Horde of Skeletons. Out the gate. And yeah, he just can't generate enough skeletons fast enough. And he gets chipped down. These Long Dead Bandar warriors are actually kind of tough. They hit, I say tough, they're not tough, but they hit really hard with these iron cudgels. Like, those things are dangerous. Let's get dangerous. Alright. Lost there. Lanka attacked in Bakar and won, and then we attacked in Anglavania and won. So we can see the complete like flip, the 180 in the amount of harassment we are able to commit versus the losses we were taking. And that's why I say we should have been doing this, 20, 30 turns ago, is because this is... had we been doing this, we would absolutely be way better off than we were previously. And that's a couple of things at work. One, it's my inexperience in the late game. I don't have a lot of late game experience, and I definitely don't have much of any super late game experience, This is the only game that I've ever done multiplayer that has made it to maxed out research across the board for everybody. So there's that. But it's also complacency, right? Because of the time frame that I have to play the game in, because of my tight schedule, and because of the kind of like rise and fall of interest, right? I become complacent on some turns, right? I'll be like, okay, well, we're doing the same thing for like 5 to 10 turns, and then I'll become really complacent. And then I'll realize that my complacency is screwing me over, or whatever we were trying to accomplish for those 5 to 10 turns is done, and then I'll become more interested and be like, oh wait, we should do this instead. So I'm slow to get there, but we're getting there, and this is what we should have been doing the entire time. Stealth, attack, stealth, attack, stealth, attack. It takes away his options of teleporting in. We're already working against the Mind Hunt by having higher magic resistance. What it's gonna do is his only other option is going to be to start fielding larger forces to try to intercept and kill attacks. But that's going to take guesswork on his part, and that's going to leave him open to potential counterattacks from us. So we'll see how it goes. Minus attacks in Yellow Caves, Unrest in Titan's Breath, minus defense in Troll Peaks. We were attacked in Goal Rep. And then we found a site in, or we found enemies in Troll Peaks. We went and patrolled there, and we found Fiends of Darkness here. So I don't know if this is the cause for the diseases, is these Fiends of Darkness, but we've got some problems. Part of the problem is that they're Fiends of Darkness, and they're gonna attack rear. Oh god! Oh no! Okay, and now everyone's routed, and we're not gonna be able to get them, and unfortunate. You. Though we did kill a couple of them. We've got 6 more in Troll Peaks. So yeah, now we've got to deal with that. I don't know what our plan was for dealing with that. We also have troops starving in White Forest. Oh, yeah, okay. So I actually did want to deal with this, but I think probably one of the best ways to deal with it is to send... is to send a Vampire Lord to deal with it. So we're going to put these guys on Guard Commander, and we're going to put these guys on Hold and Attack Enemy Flyers. And this guy is going to be in the center of them. And we don't want to do Soul Vortex. Why do I have invulnerability? Speaking of But that's my, sorry, it's the fucking, what we use for our liches. Sorry, my mind's blanking. All right, so this should be able to deal with them. We'll move in there and hopefully take care of that. And that should be that. All right, what else are we doing? We continue, and we'll talk about this real briefly. We can see, right, like Hinnom's ability to defend themselves, the land that they control is drastically decreasing. I think this is more because of Lanka than it is because of me. But I also think I am poised to potentially deal with some of these thrones. So we're probably anticipating fighting Hinnom in a couple of these places in the next 5 to 10 turns. We are still trying to work towards dealing with Dark Skies. Dark Skies is still a threat. Like, we could see, you know, I want to say Rafa Bolia was down to 2 candles last turn. This is why we don't just, like, immediately go when we see, oh, they're down to 2 candles. Yeah, but that shit can jump right the fuck back up to 4 candles. And we do not need another massive rout of our military. That's just gonna get us fucked. So, we continue on the route that we have set for ourselves, and we'll see how it works out. Okay? So that means we're going to be sneaking and attacking. We've got a couple of people now that we've got some different waves in here. We've got some sneaks every turn and some attacks every turn. So that's going to be good for us, right? So we're attacking into Cloudcap Spires. We're attacking into Hallamire. We're attacking into Turtle Glades. Into Caves of Madness. And into Range of Shadow and Andoria. So, we don't have, actually, do we have, yeah, we do. Alright, I want to do this. Where is is it this guy? I think it's this guy. Forge. It is this guy, but he's too low level. I'm gonna decide what I want to put on him. He's not tainted or anything, so he should be just fine. We'll put the Ring of Wizardry on him. Oh, you have to do that from the thing. So we'll put the Ring of Wizardry on him, and we will forge ourselves a Shade Mail Hobberkin. So I think we're definitely gonna run out of Death Gems. We've got, this is gonna be the last turn that we do reanimations on people. Next turn, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 reanimations, and that is 12 gems. We're also doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think this turn we're actually doing 5 manifestations at 4 gems a pop. That's another 20 gems, so that's 32 gems in rituals. And then we're doing the Lich, actual summoning a Lich every single turn, and that is 40 gems, right? Wrong person. No, that's 30 gems. So we are spending 62 gems per turn with a 42 gem income. So obviously we can't do that. But we can if we cancel all of our reanimations and we cut back on some of the manifestations. We can continue to do a Lich every turn and still do a couple of manifestations, or we can do some Shade Mail Hobberkins every turn, and we can kind of add more stealthy Liches with magic resistance into the mix. I think that might be the way to go for now. But we'll see. Our plan is to try to, after this turn, not this turn, but after this turn, we are going to try to zero some out, or we're going to try to get under our income threshold. And we'll see how it goes. So, moving on. Most of these are either attacks from vampires. I see. Most of these are either attacks from vampires or attacks from stealthy liches. The attacks here in Andoria are a combined force of 2 unstealthy liches. We're just gonna feint. We're basically gonna feint into Andoria, and then we're gonna pull back. We'll see how that goes. And then we've got a bunch of like stealthy individuals sneaking around this turn. We've got a new... I did not rename him. Let me open this up and rename this guy real quick. Thought I did this. Obviously I did not, though. We got a new Isham. This is our 43rd Isham. He is heading down to Kailasa. He will be very useful because he is naturally an Earth 3, which means with Earth Boots, he will become our... Because I don't think we have one here. He will become our Army of Gold, Army of Lead caster in Kailasa, which is good. We will need that. And then I think the only other big movements, we're sending another Lich, more Liches to the front lines. We're attacking into Troll Peaks. We're sending an NC over towards Trackless Wastes. And then we're doing a little exchange. I want a Air Gudu here to do more Infernal Tempesting. But this guy already has a Horror Mark, so we don't want him to be... No, we're probably going to get Horror Marked as we boost in Blood, but we might not, because we only need to boost twice, right? So there's the chance that we don't get Horror Marked, and... if we can avoid it, we want to, right? So we're going to send a unhorror marked Gudu over there. And then this Gudu is just going to go do whatever. So, and we'll see how that goes. We've got a lot of Blood Slaves. This is one of the reasons why I'm willing to invest in another Infernal Tempest caster. Because getting more Storm Demons is going to potentially be really useful against... finishing off Hinnom and fighting against Lanka would be my assumption. So, Lanka also using a bunch of Storm Demons somewhere. I think they were maybe in his capital or something like that the last time we saw. Yeah. Anyways. So, everything else remains as normal. In all of our locations, we are summoning Kusarikus, we are preaching everywhere, we're doing Corpse Man construction, we are doing a bunch of manifestations still in from Halbathria targeting Raphabolia. Continuing that, that's had pretty reasonable success. I think we just keep going there. We're doing really good on outfitting all of our Oogalus, so we have we have a good ratio of Air 5s, doing good stuff over there. We've got to get... Okay, so we've got one over here. We've got to get this guy up, and then this guy up. And then I think because we only need 2 in a location, I think this Oogaloo will actually come down to... you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. We can put some boots on him and send him all the way down. So we'll have Oogaloos in Kailasa. So we're gonna, again, the goal of having 2 Oogaloos in every big army and they're all Air 5s. It's such a fucking big investment. Oh my god. Why have I not tried? You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna cast Queen of Elemental Air and see. We've got a whole bunch of air gems. I know we're supposed to be saving those air gems right now, but what the fuck ever, man. Can you imagine if we got Dark Skies up? Because we have pretty fucking fierce Dominion. If we could get Dark Skies up, if we could steal Dark Skies, oof, my goodness. That would actually be really strong for us. I shouldn't be casting anything. I should just be leaving this alone. We're gonna try though. We're gonna see if we can fish out a Queen of Elemental Air. I doubt we will be able to, but fingers crossed. Yeah, I think everything else is relatively normal. Continuing with more Curse of Blood, more Forces of Darkness, more Inferno Tempest. We're doing more of our dragon helmets. Is that what they're called? Yeah, dragon helmets and Rings of the Warrior. Our Ishibs continue to create water lenses and water bracelets for themselves in various locations. We're doing pretty good about that. Every time we produce an Ishib, they get a dwarven hammer, and they start hammering. They start forging their own gear. We're gonna be pretty soon. We'll be able to probably throw on Shambler skins on most of them, so that they can get prepped and ready for the army, or for the water. We're getting a small amount of them. We don't have a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, 11 Ishibs does not a underwater war with relay make. But we're moving towards it. Another we're gonna need way more than that though. And I'm gonna have to think about what that option is. That being said, we are getting pretty up there on water gems again. So we've got options. Continuing to blood hunt everywhere. We continue to forge a whole bunch of demon banes. I think we're basically done with everyone in but we get a new one out of... Ooh, we didn't get a new one. Need to cancel some peeps. I don't want to cancel all... Yeah, I kind of actually do. I don't care about these bodies as much anymore. Okay, I didn't need to cancel that many. So we're getting a new Crystal Sorceress every turn, and we're getting a new Shaman, Lizard Shaman every other turn. So that gives us... that means we need 3 Demon Banes every 2 turns in But now, aside from that, all of the other Demon Banes, and we're forging like 5 to 8 a turn, all the other Demon Banes are going over to Trackless Wastes, so we should be able to finish out Trackless Wastes in, I think, 3 or 4 more turns. And that will be good. Once we are done with the Demon Banes on all of our people, we might flip over to mass-producing Shambler skins real quick and making sure all our Ishibs are prepared for that. Or we might flip over to producing... and I'm not sure if this is what we want to do. We might start producing more Dragon Helmets and Rings of the Warrior. We're doing 3 sets, basically, per turn right now. We might boost that up to, like, 6 sets per turn so that we can get everyone in Halbathria who needs it boosted up really quick. So that could be good. We're also looking at potentially making some crystal matrices to maybe get some individuals into our communions in and in Trackless Wastes. And then another thing that we're actually potentially looking into is Blue Dragon Scale Mails. So Blue Dragon Scale Mails give a lot of cold resistance, and they give a lot of morale. They're expensive, though. This is one of the reasons why we didn't go this route, is because, like a Dwarven Hammer only takes 2 off, so that's 8 per. But we have 50 that we're gaining per month. So if we finish the Demon Banes, we could be producing... we could be producing like 6 Blue Dragon Scale Mail per turn without going in the hole on water. And if we're willing to dip, which we're absolutely willing to dip, right? Like, why wouldn't we be? We could produce like a good 15 per turn for a couple of turns and add those into the mix to everyone on Halbathria and really turn this army into a scenario where it just doesn't give a shit about Dark Skies, generally speaking, right? Because we still have the issue of our units, but again, we've been trying to work towards that as well. Most of these have pretty good morale, right? So we're trying our best there. And we can do even more because we can add some horn blowers into each of these. So we've got options. Actually, a whole bunch that we're saying. What am I looking for? Well, those. Oh, I guess actually a good portion of the units here now are already Fiends of Darkness, and Fiends of Darkness have very high morale, so they don't care as much. And we're gonna bring in the Storm Demons. They have 30 morale, so they don't care as much. So, all right, yeah, we've got options. We need, I think we want like 100, 150 Storm Demons. Again, we're probably gonna be attacking Raphabolia in the next. What are we thinking? Probably 5 turns. We're gonna need to get another Flame Spirit over here. So that's gonna be one thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Because I want to... Basically, I want to... Ooh, is that worth it? Yeah, absolutely, it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. There is such a thing as going overboard. Basically, like, I want to bombard Raphabolia with a fair amount of fucking units. Or a fair amount of fucking units. A fair amount of flames from the sky. But basically, like, I don't want to underestimate this shit again, and I say this, it's gonna happen, right? I don't want to underestimate this shit again and then march a massive army up there and get fucking knocked off. The next time we go for Raphabolia, we're taking Raphabolia. Simple as that, basically. That's the goal, anyways. Same thing for fucking White Forest. Same thing for fucking Realm of Silence. So... anything else? I don't think there's anything... We're not making anything super special or super new. Continuing, you know, an amulet, a lodestone, a crown of lead for every new lich. Doing a new lich. All that good stuff. Pretty simple, easy peasy. We are only a few more turns away from maxed out Overcast Gift of Health. So we're going for that. Yeah, I think that's about it. This is a slow game. It's a slow, long game that didn't need to be this slow, didn't need to be this long. It's a lot of mistakes from inexperience and just complacency and being overcautious that got us here. But we are here, and I do feel okay about where we're at. I don't know how things go against Lanka, but Hinnom, we're working towards that. It's not going to be that much longer, I don't think. And I'm hopeful that with things like Gift of Health, that Lanka's not going to be able to do super great against us when we can do the same thing right back to him. But I'm going to laugh when I'm like, yeah, Gift of Health, and then I don't even get Gift of Health. That's going to really, really suck. Fingers crossed. Also the squids. There's always the squids. All right, that's it for the turn, I think. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.